The Rugrats were really a figment of Angelica's imagination. Chucky died a long time ago, along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was a stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who had never had a chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion. Angelica couldn't figure out whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twins. As for All Grown Up, Angelica was a bipolar schizophrenic who, as a teenager, became addicted to various narcotics, bringing her back to her childhood, thus creating a world in her mind that she obsessed over. Because of the time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her imaginary world, she made them older. Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations. To her, the creations were her only company in a judgmental world. Angelica's mom actually died of a heroin overdose. Angelica was a schizophrenic and bipolar because she was a crack baby. Additionally, Drew, in his depression, married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolized because she fooled herself into thinking it was her real mom. However, she always had a concept of her mom, Cynthia. She used a Barbie doll to mirror her birth mother's image, wearing an unwashed orange dress and jacked up hair, which is why she was so attached to it. Later in life, she followed in her mother's footsteps, dying of an overdose at age 13 when All Grown Up was cancelled. The only Rugrat to not be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother, Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Dill didn't follow her commands, and after endless crying and a refusal to disappear, like the others did when Angelica was angry with them, she hit him. After she hit him, he screamed a screeching tune, and Stu ran in and pulled his niece off his only child, but it was too late. Dill had a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in a deformation. As he grew up, his damage only became more evident, and by the time he was 9 and All Grown Up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what caused Angelica to start using drugs, and to uncreate the Rugrats briefly, until her experience with hallucinogens. Chaz lost his mind after the death of his first wife, and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz fell in love with a hooker named Kira. Kira once had a daughter named Kimmy, but the baby was torn from her by law due to her cocaine addiction. Angelica imagined Kimmy from Kira's stories. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married and she got her green card. It was a surprisingly happy and romantic story. Kira continually struggled with addiction, but was relatively happy with her new life with Chaz. Susie was Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thought of Angelica's creations because they seemed to make her happy. She later became a psychologist and teamed up with Nickelodeon to make the Rugrats. When Angelica died of the overdose, Susie helped arrange her funeral. Because of her addictions and her mental state, Angelica was expelled from society, which led to a break with reality and her eventual death. She spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her, and playing with the lives of her creation.
Just to be here, so tell me why you're hurting yourself. I guess I do not understand what's the meaning of life. Everything I've been told, I believe in people I love, just leave. Is something bothering you will not bother you? I think I'm old enough to understand, so there's no reason to hide from me. I know that you said you're not lying, but maybe that is true. Push away any doubt I had, 'cause I know that you will tell the truth. Right, Cynthia? Welcome to my private world. According to Angelica, it's my time to run the show. Next is Cynthia. You tell me that you never knew. I'll never do. Sorry, can't do things all day. Now the road is spinning, welcome to my wonderland. With new adventures everywhere. As long as it doesn't change, I will be okay. It's my grandma and baby too. The world will be alright. There was a girl inside and I want to listen. Why won't you listen? Everybody's whispering about me. Do you think I did something wrong again? Well, I promise you it wasn't me. Why does everybody think I'm blind? I can see perfectly fine. The truth is I ignored the bad things. I guess it's too late to do that now. Where did you go when I needed you, when I needed you? I'm left all alone and I need to start it over now. Did you hear me scream? I can't hold it in anymore. Who am I again? A princess or psychopath? Welcome to my paradise, that's slowly crumbling away. Now I've chosen to open my eyes, will you go away? It's getting harder to breathe, my tears choke me to death. Maybe I shouldn't have been brought to this world at all. Dying, 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 dying. Never brought here at all. Welcome to a broken heart, according to a little girl. Will this nightmare ever end? Will I be set free? The pain is eating me alive. It's so hard to admit, but there's no point talking at all if no one hears me. Screaming, crying, hurting, suffering, dying, wishing, can I just rewind it? Backwards, 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 backwards. Now that is rewinding. Laughing, 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 laughing. Now my world is perfect.